So yeah, some kind of structure that can fit 6 seats in. I'd say 6 just because there's a lot of missions where you have to transport like 4 people. And then 2 engines, maybe a winch either side in the doorway, and a spotlight underneath.
And the drive needs to go upwards to the prop, doesn't it?
Yes. Maybe have the engines back to back.
They are back to back.
Right, okay.
Make a Chinook, yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? You can get more powerful engines, but the way the game works in career mode is you need to unlock them. If you go into sandbox mode, you can play with anything you like.
You've got to think about where you want to put your radiators as well.
Yeah, I know. Okay, exhaust, engine, fuel. Think about where the fuel tanks are going to sit.
Oh, that's a good point.
How
about on the left and right sides of the engine? You could probably fit 2 fuel tanks down each side. Because if the prop goes above where the engines are, then you're keeping all the weight centralized below the prop.
Put the fuel tanks underneath the engines, maybe. So the engines are going to be... I mean, this doesn't necessarily represent the floor right now.
Yeah.
Think 2 medium tanks is enough fuel, or...
Probably 4 medium tanks, just because of the range.
4?
3 minimum.
About weight.
I know, but I'm more worried about running out of fuel mid-air and dropping out of the sky.
How's that? I hope these can get this thing off the ground.
Well, we can always make some final adjustments later.
Okay, let's get the stored fuel. Scumbaggery. Where's the fuel line going? Coolant, exhaust, fuel. What's that one? Coolant. Coolant in. So that's going to be... Let me color code this so I don't need to keep guessing. Coolant out. Exhaust. What colour do you normally use for your air intake pipes?
Like a light silver color, usually.
Mm. Pink. Nice white pipes. Thing is, the white doesn't... It looks like everything else. That's my issue, though. I might make them white.
Go with
Eric's
pink.
green.
Nice.
Why is there green? Why would you have green for her? Let's go white for now.
I usually go light green for fuel, like a lime green. The coolant, both sides of the coolant is blue.
I don't like
Exhaust is
that.
black.
See, I prefer to go orange and blue. Then I've got warm water and cold water.
Well, I do orange for the power pipe, and red I usually do when I'm making my creations. I usually have like a fire suppression system in the engine room, so I usually do red for the fire suppression pipes. That's why I end up just doing both sides of the coolant blue.
Yeah, fire suppression could be red, I suppose. Oh, you scumbag.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Right, we'll go green for fuel, red for fire suppression. But I still prefer blue and orange for the water.
Okay.
Yellow's the drive shaft. Yes, we're on advanced, which means you have to do a lot more work to do on advanced mode. Right, so we've got the, let's think. I can hear you walking around in your high heels.
It's not my fault. This building's really echoey. So you know how some logic components haven't been unlocked yet?
Yeah.
If you build them through the logic, through the microprocessors, it's all unlocked down that route.
I'm guessing that's a bit of a bug in many ways.
Yeah, they may have overlooked that. That could be deliberate.
Well, considering they only just added it, I don't think they've taken into account the career side of it.
Yeah. Handy for us, though, because it means I can add an add gate. And we can put a lot of our dials from having like 8 different dials into just having one.
Or for like total fuel.
Yeah. Total fuel, total battery.
Right, the fuel system's in. Lol.
Looks good.
Nearly done. That's going to be the drive shaft. I don't know how high the prop needs to go. Large rotor, small propeller, tail rotor, torque meter. Yeah, I need a fuel fill pot. I can't put that on yet though, can I, Dr. D? Do we just have a large rotor sat on top of the drive shaft?
Large rotor goes on top, yes. I think the actual connection port for the large rotor might be in the side of its base. I can't remember exactly where it is.
Really? That's insane. Why would it be that?
I have no idea, honestly. It's the strangest place to put it.
Hmm. Heroic Spartan, thank you, 1,050 bits. I'm going to leave these here while I can. Pretty soon I'm going to be a broke college kid because I got accepted into my first choice college and my first choice architecture major. Keep up the good work. Heroic, dude. You'll be fine. Onward and upwards. Congrats. And thank you for the bits, Heroic. Is that right? So that annoys me now. I'm going to have to change that because that looks stupid. Okay.
Those pipe pieces look like they're moving really slowly.
They are, because I'm doing like 20 FPS in game because of whatever's going on.
It's so
Like
weird.
I said to you, editing is more difficult.
I'm gonna take the boat back to the dock and put it away and see if that helps.
Yeah, please do, because like I'm getting terrible FPS. You can go and do the retrofits while I do this.
I'd like to wait until we've got like the next prop unlocked before we start messing around with the boat.
I thought you was only doing minor retrofits.
No, I was going to put in the full hybrid system.
Yep, the boat's gone and I've got 60 FPS.
Right, okay. So it's something to do with the boat interacting with this island.
Yep.
That's better then.
It's so much smoother now, oh my god.
Yeah, it must be something to do with the way that island glitched out and broke.
Good spot, dude. The other engine does not have fuel hooked up. You are quite correct. So fuel, exhaust. Oh, that's so annoying. That's actually annoying, isn't it? Fuel. Coolant in. I couldn't play this game because my OCD would go into overdrive. Wouldn't running the pipes horizontally work better? Horizontally were, though. Horizontally to where? Explain what you mean. With this fuel line, I could bring it up the middle there and then tap it in that way. Could do the same with that one. Since they have to share a common fuel line. The problem is the exhaust is on this side and on that side, and because it's on opposing sides, I can't easily pipe it up. Yeah, I mean, it works for fuel, but how are we going to do exhaust, or how are we going to do coolants? Turn the engines out the side to make the pipes combine a bit better. Would they, though? I don't know, because you'd have a mass of pipes sat like really close together then. It's a helicopter revolver. Spin that round. Oh, I can't split that again. Why is there a T-bend but not across, like, a four-way pipe?
Yeah, we've made that very apparent to the devs that we demanded a 4- and 6-way. Several people have put it in the suggestions. Apparently they're on it.
Welcome back, Nutter.
We're going to have to break into it here instead. Okay. It's got fuel. Devs that listen? Shocking. Yeah, they got a Discord. Professor Charles Xavier, welcome back. Well, it's got 2 engines in it, so hopefully we can get some power. Do we need a clutch or a gearbox in this thing?
You're probably going to want both.
Because if we do, now's the time to add it.
Actually, no. You don't need a clutch because all of the props have a collective, but a gearbox you might want.
You think we can get away with a gearbox?
I'm pretty sure it works. I mean, I don't usually build helicopters with gearboxes, to be honest. I don't really build a lot of helicopters, to be honest. But I've know it's been done.
$19.74 Connor, sorry I missed your 32 months and thanks for the amazing content. Thank you, Connor. Sorry I missed that. Good night, likes technology. So you don't normally build it with gearboxes, but you think I should?
It's always worth giving something a try.
I like it.
I'm a boat builder, not a chopper builder.
I'm a boat builder. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Happy anniversary,
Oh, that's annoying.
Nutter.
Well, I say boats, but boats in rockets.
Get rid of that and that. That there. Right, there's a gearbox in, whether we need it or not.
We'll soon find out.
Arrows point back to the engine, don't they?
Yeah, arrows always point to the engine.
1-1 and a ratio of 1 to 2. We'll try 2 to 3 initially. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Now, bizarrely enough, Zugoki, the gearbox thing, the arrows point... You'd think the gearbox arrows would point to the direction of transmission, but they don't. They point to the source of the power. It's bizarre. I know this is going to go so badly. No, you hope it's going to go so badly, Revolver. That's what you meant to say. Cooling is going to come from the rad, presumably.
Yeah, we still only have the normal radiator. And I think that's all you'd want in a helicopter, to be honest.
I'll put the rads up near the top, I think.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Wait, what? I don't get what's blocking that. Oh, I think I know.
Oh yeah, don't forget a generator.
And where am I going to fit that?
Anywhere you like.
Is that just to top the battery up?
Yeah.
I don't like the way this radiator thing... Wait, is that blade going to hit that thing? That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Can we put it a block further down, maybe? On the Cooling series, you only need one radiator. What I was going to do was have... Do we only need one radiator for this? For 2 engines? It seems wrong. I'll show you what I was going to do. I was going to have one like that. And then one like that. And then I was going to put a T-junction down here. Fluid A. So you might have like your hot water going in there. And then your cold water coming back out of here. Like that. And then I was just going to pipe that in. That's what I was going to do. And twin rads look slightly cooler. Plus you can have little wedge-shaped blocks like that. To finish it at the top there. Good night, Typen.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Generator, let's get that in before I forget. Let's see. Could offshoot it off here, couldn't I? I think one's enough. You been out? May become the biggest heli ever. Unlikely. Just take a while to build these things. You have no idea what this is. It's going to be a helicopter. It's the start of a helicopter. We've done... The power system is in place. Just got to hook up the cooling system. The plumbing is the hardest bit. I think I might put a couple of pipes running through like that. Because that way we can link things through. From one side to the other. Can we get one in there? Nice. That way I can join up these pipes. So if we make the, like that one...
If you really want to live up to the stream title, this has to work on the first test.
You could get away with facing the generator upwards. I could do, but it doesn't matter if it's there, does it? The air intake just needs to go to some, what? Some, what are they called?
Fluid port. Just out
Fluid
into the air,
port.
open air somewhere in the fluid port.
I can get a fluid port here, that would be amazing, but then I wouldn't get the plumbing in. Or would I? Imagine if the plumbing could go down through there. Wow. One sec. That looks amazing. That looks amazing. So the air is going to be white. So that's one of them linked. Loving the beard, thank you. Well, the whole center of mass thing, Epic, needs to be fixed later. Like, once we've got this in, there's the center of mass there. Then we're going to build a tail section out with the rotor, and then whatever's going to be forward here. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't show me where my center of lift is. I'm going to assume it's going down that line there. But it's going to be fairly easy to balance because the tail section's here, and I can just put some weight blocks here to move that back towards center. And he's looking cool. Not yet, it's not. There's not even a heli yet. Now fuel's done, which means I've got these 3 to get through there. So what we can do is we can colour that one blue. That one's going to be white. That one's going to be the grey. And that one's going to be the orange.
When you build the tail, don't forget to make sure you leave enough space to run piping down for the tail rotor.
Wait, we need to get power to the tail rotor as well.
Yes.
That could be fun.
Well, you could, if you want to make the tail just a single one block size, you can just use the enclosed pipe.
Yeah, but just getting the power out the engine is going to be fun. Okay. Unfortunately, when it comes through here, it's then in the opposite side where I need it, which is really annoying.
Well, you can do it pre-gearbox because the tail rotor doesn't need to be gearboxed.
It will be pre-gearboxed anyway, because I'll break it straight off one of the engines.
Yep.
Is it some kind of anti-lev helicopter? I don't know what it is. We're not really sure what it's going to turn out to be yet. Through there. Game. Can be really derpy sometimes. Is that sticking out too much? Put against the wall. Why? Just for tardiness or any particular reason? Okay, that's that one and that. Still can't get used to this rotation thing. JKL is just so annoying. Hang on, gamers, wait. I need total
That's a real
concentration.
concentration face you've got going there.
I don't know what you mean. Gamers Raid, 5 months, Paul. You got me into this game the first time you and Jack played it, and I got completely hooked. I've spent way too much time on it. Keep up the good work, Pierce. In this game, a helicopter never looks like a helicopter until just before it's finished. Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I'm going to take a break and have a mince pie. The key bindings, yes you can. I might actually change the key bindings, you know. Okay, this mince pie loses points for the pastry being like far too brittle. So this side of the engine's plumbed in. We're just going to wire it all up, basically. I don't know what you mean by a 180 turn on all the pipes.
I think you'll probably be able to get away with having just 2 small batteries.
Yeah. And we only need it for powering the systems.
Yeah, there's not going to be a ton of stuff in it, like a couple of winches maybe and a spotlight. It shouldn't run down that quickly. And the small batteries are so small that it's easy to put another one in somewhere.
Welcome back, Nutter.
KSB, yeah, I played it years ago, Cat's Whiskers. It was an amazing game, but I'm not fond of it now. You can't put the exhaust to black block. You will close the exhaust off. I need to vent the does the exhaust go to the fluid ports?
Yeah, you can use the fluid port, or you can use an exhaust, an actual fluid exhaust. Either of those two things work perfectly.
How tall is that thing? Wow. Doesn't like that.
Do bear in mind though that the fluid exhaust doesn't represent a sealed enclosed block like the fluid port does.
Welcome back, Nutter. Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's our exhaust system there. So all you've got to do is bring that through and connect it with that one. I think we'll get rid of that one. Will that work without a full block behind it? Yeah, it needs a block like that. That's fine. It will work, yes. Well, yes, in this game though it doesn't matter too much. In theory I should point it out backwards so that it blows this way. Which I could easily do. I could do is change that to be... We could get rid of that and then get a pipe block, which is a 90-degree turn. One of them. And drop that in place. Let me change the colour. Like that. Then you could put it like that instead. OS4, 26 months. Amazing how time flies. Hopefully the copter will fly as well. Here's hoping. Direct exclusive. Good to be back after travelling for work. 4 more days of classes. Thanks for the great streams. You are welcome, sir. So now we just need to get this thing piped up to here. Trying to think how we can link both of these through. I think what I'll do is I'll delete that one and replace it with a T. There we go. So the exhaust comes out of here, goes through there, goes into the exhaust. Exhaust out of this one goes up through there. They're both plumbed in. What do you mean the water? You room for the blue pipe? We've got loads of room for the blue pipe. Oh, you mean that one? Okay, I might have to... that's annoying. Yeah, I can't angle the blue pipe out of there now. Oh, that was a great plan. It's a beautiful plan, right up until that moment. So we need to do that. Well, it's going to be a slightly less elegant design, isn't it? Grey. That's still got to come this way. It's going to be something like that. It's annoying. But that's the way it is. Slightly more messy. Let's get the orange pipe marked out as well, just in case I do the same thing again. Although orange might be better going the other way. Actually, I don't know. Do you have anyone as VIP in the channel? I do not. You went a bit overboard on the last helicopter. It was huge and needed 12 pontoons to float. 12? What?